with David Rodgers. And now, here he is, Mr. Friday Night, the show pony himself, the man, the dream, the legendary David Rodgers. The legendary David Rodgers.
Welcome to the show. My name is David Rodgers, creator and host of On the Spot with David Rodgers, and here with us not tonight is our other host. He is 200 pounds of screaming, steel, and sex appeal, and 1/3 of the new high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth. He is also the color commentator for the radio broadcast of Bradford Tornado football on WEAG Eagle Country 106.3. He is the missing Byron Bagwell, as he could not make it tonight. And, of course, can we not forget the man, the myth, the legend. He makes all of this happen, the video and audio production of this podcast, that we can bring you every week. He is known, ladies and gentlemen, by many, many names. He is the master of all disasters. He is the king of sting. He is the prince of punch. He is the count of Monte Fisto. He is the dancing destroyer, Super Dave Holland. Say hello, Dave.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Well, man, that was a hell of an introduction, wasn't it?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, brother. And not with us tonight, he is our weather guru, and he also provides the weather forecast for the show. He is Austin, the Hurricane Stevens. And also with his very own podcast on Thursday nights at 7. And just getting back, Dave, from Indianapolis, Indiana, for the big NHRA show. He is the host of On the Spot Motorsports Media. He is Mitchell, Speed Racer Gunner, and his co-host Robert Simpson. Let's start the show as we always do with our prayer, our pledge, and our quote of the night. Hey, look, man, we got a lot of stuff to get to. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Got a lot of stuff to put to bed. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining the show tonight. The weekly podcast that you can catch every Tuesday here at 7. And again, you heard me say On the Spot Motorsports Media with Mitchell Gunner. He does his podcast at Thursday nights at 7. If you're into NHRA, any kind of motor racing, any kind of car shows, anything to do with cars that has a motor and four wheels, it doesn't matter if it's your go-kart. Hey, he will talk about it, and Robert Simpson will as well. Again, welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and get started as we always do with our prayer, our pledge, and our patriotic quote of the night. Everybody that's at home, please bow your heads as we go into prayer. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us once thank again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we have to be together again, dear Lord, the On the Spot with David Rodgers crew, and everybody that could not be here. Please put a hedge of protection over them, dear Lord, as they're out there working, or as they're out there doing the things that they need to do for their families, and that you keep a hedge of protection over them and keep them safe and bring them back to the next show. Thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, the United States of America, the most freest, the most powerful, the biggest nation out there, dear Lord. Yes, I know we have our own issues, our own problems, and our own things that we need to work out. But with your guiding hand and the touch and bringing God back into the United States of America, into all places, workplaces, schools, universities, colleges, wherever that may be, that we can make this nation great again. Thank you, dear Lord, for the armed forces, all the military men and women that serve each and every day to keep us safe from domestic and international terrorism and anything else that wants to harm us, dear Lord. Please bring them home safely to their families. Anyone that's coming back for the holidays, dear Lord, that you give them safe travels, that they can be with their families over the holidays. And the ones that can't be, dear Lord, that you provide for them, dear Lord, that you keep them safe from harm that wants to harm them. And we know, dear Lord, that you can do that for us. Thank you for the American men and women that work each and every day, that go out there and make this country thrive as it needs to, dear Lord. Each and every one of those men and women that go out there and provide and do the things they need to do to keep this economy turning, this big old churn, dear Lord, of our economy. And as you bless them and keep a hedge of protection over them when they go to work and when they go back home to their families, and of course their families as well. Thank you for our first responders, each and every one of those men and women, dear Lord, that go out there and serve each and every day, whether it's in our community, whether it's in our region, whether it's in our state, whether it's all over the United States of America, that those men and women, they know who they are, all the first aid responders, everybody that's involved with keeping us safe each and every day, Lord, please protect them. Keep a hedge of protection over them as well, dear Lord, and bring them back safely to their families as well. Thank you for the food that we receive each and every day, that it goes to the nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to thy service. Any spoken or unspoken prayer requests, dear Lord, that you touch each and every one of them. You know what's on their mind, what's on their hearts, what they need help with, dear Lord. Put that guiding hand on them, dear Lord, and heal anybody that's sick and anybody that's contemplating anything that's not good, dear Lord, that you touch them and that you're able to comfort them. Again, thank you for the holiday season that we got coming up, dear Lord, and that everybody that can't be blessed as we are, that you help bless them, dear Lord, that people that are just maybe can't afford to do the holiday season and going throughout the new year, that you touch them and that you'll be able to bless them and that they'll have a good holiday season and the start of 2026. Again, thank you for this beautiful night. Thank you for this time that we have together, dear Lord. Thank you for the beautiful week that you're going to give us. And we ask for these things in your mighty name, Jesus Christ. And the congregation says,
Amen.
Amen. All right. Again, welcome to the show. Right now, we're going to go ahead and do the pledge. And Dave, since you're here, I would like for you to do the pledge, if you don't mind.
That'd be great. I'd be honored to do the pledge.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen, Dave. Thank you so very much. Again, welcome into On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers. My other host, Mr. Byron Bagwell, could not be with us tonight. Mr. Austin Stevens, our weather guru and the guy that provides all the weather for us, he could not be here tonight as well. But I do have the dancing destroyer himself, Dave Holland, bringing you all these beautiful graphics. And by the way, Dave, do you want to tell everybody what that background is tonight? Because it is absolutely beautiful. Where did you take that and where did you get that?
I was on the bypass right there where 16 gets off.
Yep.
I got up high and there it is.
Wow.
Beautiful sun.
I mean, that, Dave, the sun, the clouds are actually beautiful too. But look at that sun. It almost looks like a star, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or almost like a burst. And man, you snapped a great shot. It was a beautiful day. Can I ask you if that was in the summertime? Do you remember if that was in the summertime or not?
That was 3-4 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
On a cool, crisp day?
Yep.
Man, that is beautiful, isn't it?
If that is the sun, indeed.
If that is, that is
There's
the sun.
There's an
indeed.
object out there.
Oh, yeah.
The 3-eye atlas.
Yeah.
That is scaring a lot of people.
Yeah, it is, Dave. And you said that you were going to tell the folks that if this is our last show, so you're worried about this may be our last show.
If this is our last show, it's really been great giving you guys what we have to offer.
Wow. And Dave, may I ask you why you said that? Why do you think this may be our last show?
Well, NASA's not recognizing it, but I've seen some other people like credible scientists.
It's credible scientists, okay?
Yeah, and they're talking about the scale of what this. They're not even calling it an asteroid.
They're not even calling it an asteroid.
But
Is it a spaceship?
That's what they're leaning to. It's communicating with us.
Really?
It doesn't just go in a straight pattern. It makes movement
Okay.
going through space, and it's about as far as Mars is from us right now, and it's going through our solar system.
So is this spaceship, could they just take over the Earth?
Well, it's got technology more advanced than we do in the reading of their signals, whether it's radio or whatever they're communicating with.
Right.
So I've just
learned
a little bit about it.
Right. So just in case this is our last show, you want to thank everybody that's tuned in for the past 9 years.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on the other side.
I don't know.
Okay.
They're saying they look just like us. How do you know if they look just like us?
Well, that's true.
It's pointing fingers.
So let me ask something. Could there be another David Rodgers on that spaceship? Or on this thing?
Damn, that'd be a good show.
We would, wouldn't it? Is there another Dave Hollins? Is there another Byron Bagwell? Is there another Austin Stevens? Is there another one of us all?
The genetically design of a human. Their technology probably could duplicate that.
Very interesting, Dave. Very interesting thought. I see you over there smiling a little bit. So, I mean, it could happen.
They're calling it...
what are they calling it?
It's an interstellar object.
Interstellar object.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. You know where I've heard that term before? Besides Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Star Trek?
Pretty close. How about Area 51 when they talk about that?
Area 51.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
think they're talking about this. They're trying to keep it hush-hush.
Yeah.
Because if the world knew that we were not alone, that there's something out there that's got more technology than we can even fathom, what would that
do?
What would that do to our world?
My goodness. I don't know, Dave. That's a very interesting subject that you got there.
I know, man. It's like, are we going to get our Social Security checks?
Well,
or are we going to have to go to the bank and make our own withdrawals?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if indeed this is our last show, I really do want to thank everybody for watching the last 9 years.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do something on this interstellar object.
Don't go nowhere. We're not going tonight.
No, it's not tonight.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's tonight. But anyway,
that comment you made earlier made me think about
that.
I wasn't even going to talk about it until that popped up.
Well, me and Dave's playing around with you guys, but they have talked about this. We played around with this a little bit. We talked about this yesterday on how we was going to bring this to the show, just to get a little laughter out of you guys. Hey, this world, the way things are, Dave, the way social media is, the way mainstream media is, the way that we get our news. And you turn on any news channel, local or nationally, and it's always a bad story. It really is. It really is. It's always a bad story. It's always negative. Why? We've said it many times. Byron said it. We've all said it. Negative news sells.
Yep.
People want turmoil. People want negativism. Why? Because it sells. It keeps you interested.
Yep.
Feel-good stories, David, anymore don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Really. So anytime that we could do a little joke or a little laughter or whatever, hey, somebody may be having a rough day. How about that?
Absolutely. Having a rough day and you hear something good,
Yeah.
that might just pull you out of it.
Right. Or something funny and go, man, that guy made me laugh. Or those guys made me laugh tonight.
I'm going to tune in next week if they're still here.
If they're still here. Right. But anyway, we're going to go to our quotes of the night. And they're movie quotes. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that part of it. I've got two of them. Keep it on a lighter note, Dave, right?
Yeah.
We're keeping it on a lighter note. So here's one, Dave. Stupid is as stupid does. Y'all can play along at home, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to. Stupid is as stupid does.
Wow. That sounds familiar to me.
Yes, it does. And it had a couple of other quotes in this movie as well.
So it's a movie.
It is a movie. It is a movie.
Is it this within the last?
Well,
10,
within the last 20
years?
years or so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Stupid is as stupid does.
And if you said it, or maybe the actor in it,
right, I would give it away. Yeah, I would
give it away.
Yeah, I would definitely give it away.
Let's stay away from that right now and see if we get any comments.
Okay. Well, I don't have any right now. But do you want to just take a guess? Do you want to take a guess at it? You'd have to go back a little bit now to make your movies. But, of course, you always hear, this particular character doesn't say this particular saying. Well, a lot of people do. If you've made a mistake, and I don't want to say make a mistake, but if you've done something in the dumb category, you hear that as sometimes. Stupid is as stupid does.
Well, I'm seeing a bench.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure he was in the military.
Okay. You're getting warm a little bit.
Yeah.
Stupid is as stupid does.
He I think turned out to be a very successful businessman.
Okay, you're sort of getting warmer. Yeah.
I almost have a guess.
You almost have a guess? Well, go ahead and give it to me. I don't have anything just yet, but I do want, before you give me that guess, Stanley, Benkowski is on. Scott Munnings is on. Hello, brother. How are you? Thank you for bringing my book back for me. Thank you for picking it up the other day. I'll have to tell you a little story about that. Yes. No, thank you for all you did Saturday at the car show as well, and I'm going to talk about that here in just a few minutes. Austin Stevens is watching, and Arlene Morehouse, that plays trivia on the Robles, is watching as well. Thank you all for tuning in to On the Spot with David Rodgers. We really love to have new people, like for you to share this, spread this, and say, hey, come on, man, and listen to these guys. They're just sitting here cutting up. But, hey, we've got serious stuff we talk about, too. But we're on the lighter note of the show right now.
Yeah.
So stupid is as stupid does. Dave, give me a guess.
Well, how about this, David?
Okay, all right.
How about as we go through the show,
Okay.
we share some other guests, things that might
Trigger something?
trigger something.
Okay.
Instead of giving the answer right now, let our viewers think about it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll let them think about it. Do you want to give me a guess, or do you want to wait?
I want to wait.
You want to wait. Okay. All right. I've got another one. So that's what I said.
Double whammy.
Double whammy. Movie quote right here. What the hell am I supposed to do? Well, there's always barber college. What the hell am I supposed to do? Well, there's always barber college or barber school. I think he said college. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure of the name of the show.
Okay, or the movie? Mm-hmm.
Or the movie.
Okay.
But that does sound familiar.
Okay.
I think one of the actors is bald. Maybe.
Well, not. No. You're wrong movie. You're sort of going in the right direction, but the wrong movie.
Yeah.
So what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, there's always barber school.
You lost me there.
Okay, Shirley Bagwell, thank you for tuning in. By the way, great party the other night. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. Awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. Shirley. Thank you so much. That was an awesome Christmas party.
Sure was. It is each and every year. And the food was wonderful. The company was wonderful. We all had a good time. And Shirley, thank you for putting that on each and every year. I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of things that has to be done for that. But at the end, the reward was that everybody that did come, I think, had a great time. We all had a great time, and unfortunately for me, I'm getting older now, as you are. And, buddy, I wanted to stay there with Shirley all night right there by the fire. Man, I would have fell asleep, dude. I was so tired. I had a lot of things going on that day, and I was just wore out. And I showed it Sunday.
That little fire put out enough heat. And we're outside.
Sure it is.
In the hallway there between the garage and that.
Yeah, in that little foyer area. Yeah.
That little foyer area. Mm-hmm. And there was a table with what is that, rocks or marbles?
Yeah, it was like marbles there. Yeah, like glass pieces in there that, sort of keeps the fire heated up. Yep, exactly.
And it had a stream of things to let the fire come through.
Absolutely.
Gas.
Yeah. It's run by propane. Yeah, absolutely.
And it just was really nice.
So after you left, and Shirley can attest to this if she wants to comment. So after you left, we did some cleanup a little bit, and stuff, and we finally got settled down. And another couple, Betty Ann's daughter and her husband stayed. Shirley stayed. Shelley stayed. Autumn stayed for a while. Byron, Lisa, and I stayed. And they was all around that fire. And you know where the little round table was there toward the thing right there? It's got the two chairs. Well, that's where I was sitting. Shirley kept saying, David, come closer. But it was a little crowded. But, I could have got my chair in there. But, I was sitting there fine. I was listening to what everybody was saying, and I could actually feel that heat over there. And it's from here to the end of the table over there. You know what I'm saying? End of our studio table right there. But it was a really good time, and that was a heck of a party.
Well, that sounds like where you were sitting at.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody talking.
Yeah.
And a little bit of that heat coming your way.
Yeah.
I would have fell asleep.
Well, I think I was about to doze off, and I told Shirley, I'm going to be honest with everybody here, transparent as I normally am. I was about to fall asleep, man. It was a long day, seriously. Yeah. So I'm going to go back and chime in on anything that y'all did this weekend. We'd love to tell it. Yeah. But I want to give you the answers to this, Dave, since we had two quotes. Let's go back to the first one.
Okay.
Let's go back to the first one. Stupid is as stupid does. Give me your guess.
I'm gonna say
Planet of the Apes.
Forrest Gump.
You're gonna say Forrest Gump. Okay. Does anybody else agree with that? Chime in and let me know. Dave said he thinks it's Forrest Gump. Well, let's see. Stanley says it's Forrest Gump.
Who did?
Stanley. That helps us out, and I'll tell you who that is here in just a little bit. Yeah. But he says it's Forrest Gump. So, yo, Rick, what's going on? Hey, Arlene, how you doing? April 18th is coming soon. Rick, I think I'm going to drop the bombshell here in a little bit about that. Dave don't even know about that yet, so I'll drop that bombshell in a few minutes. Thank you for all you did to help with the party. I enjoyed celebrating the holiday season with family and friends. Love you guys. That is what the holidays are all about now. Yes, and she put a big heart there, and that's exactly right. David, Shirley, by the way, I ate every one of those meatballs, so if you have any left, I don't mind coming by and getting those things. Man, let me tell you what, dude. Those were some of the best meatballs I had. Yeah. The meat that Byron and Lisa smoked was absolutely fantastic. What did you have of that? Did you have the tenderloin, or did you have the venison, or did you have a little bit of it all?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, it was really good. The turkey was good.
Right.
Oh my gosh. That was all good.
I don't know, on that other table.
On the other table in the dining room?
Yeah, was that chicken or turkey?
So that was turkey. So yeah, all that was good. And on the other table, there was some chicken dip or whatever over there. And then that other lady that came in, the school teacher, she had them vanilla wafers with that. She said it was simple to make. Man, I dipped one of the vanilla wafers. Oh my gosh, that was excellent. I should have took some home, and I didn't. Melissa Manning, thank you for tuning in, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does.
Was that him on the bench? Or
and actually, if you really want to get technical, Dave, it's really Forrest Gump's mom that actually come up with that. Forrest Gump said it.
Yeah.
But Forrest Gump's mom, just like box is like, life is like a box of chocolate.
My mom said.
My mom, yeah, that was, yes. So it really came from, but it was from Forrest Gump.
Good
All
movie.
right, here we go. What the hell am I supposed to do? Well, there's always barber school. I think he said college, though. I think he said there's always barber college.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you, let's see. Shirley Bagwell said she knew that was Forrest Gump. She said Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Yep.
Shirley. Great
Champions for Inclusions is coming. Yeah, sure is, Rick, and I'm gonna talk about that here in just a little bit. But that movie is from Roadhouse. Dalton said that to Terry Funk. You remember when he was firing them all?
Yeah.
And Terry Funk, he gave them all their last paychecks, the ones he'd eaten one around.
Yeah, they're in the bar.
And they're in the bar there, and Kevin Tye was sitting over there, the boss, and Dalton was the cooler in that movie.
He wasn't bald.
No,
He had a lot of hair.
Yes, he did, and was a bad ASS in that movie. But anyway, he told Terry Funk, he said, what the hell, Terry Funk told him, what the hell am I supposed to do? And just as cool as the other side of the pillow, you know what he said? Well, there's always barber college. Take your check and get out of here. And he let him all go. That was Dalton from Roadhouse.
Watching that, I took offense to that.
Yeah.
Being a hairdresser myself.
Well, of course.
I'm like, he made it sound like a lower class person.
Well,
you're
right, and especially, I'm glad you said that because you own in a shop and own it for a long time. But I think what he was referring to, if you remember, Terry Funk was a wrestler back in the day, and he had long hair in that movie. His hair was long.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to get a cut on him when he said that. He was trying to get a cut on him. But yeah, no, I agree. Anybody that probably owned a hair salon or barber shop or whatever probably went, really? Could you come up with anything else than that?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was Forrest Gump.
You can always get a job working with metal trusses.
Yeah, that's what he should have said. You can go be a steel worker. We'd have loved that. Judith D. Young, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to get into everything that happened over this weekend. Let's do this. Let's go to our weather report. Dave, no, we'll stay right here. Sponsored by Austin's Weather Service. For your detailed weather report each and every day, go and visit Austin's Weather Service Facebook page for the most up-to-date weather report. And I've got it for you. Forecast for the local area tonight, mostly clear this evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Areas of fog after midnight, lows in the mid-40s, northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, patchy fog in the morning, mostly cloudy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why everybody gets sick. Highs in the lower 70s. We've been in the 40s, the 50s. Now we're going straight to the 70s. Northeast winds, around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, cloudy, not as cool, with lows in the mid-50s. That's a perfect night. East winds around 5 miles per hour. Thursday, cloudy, A slight chance of showers in the morning, which we do need. You know that, right? Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to tell you this too, and I'll stop right there for just a second. You know, there was a burn ban in Bradford County, really all over the state of Florida, but there was a burn ban in Bradford County.
Is it still on?
No. So I actually called somebody, and they told me that it was lifted this last Thursday.
Okay.
So you can go back to burning. I would watch out because it's been awful windy the last several days. And that's why I didn't put anything in my fire pit. There's stuff I need to burn. And I didn't put anything in my fire pit because I was afraid of the wind and carrying it. So, but it is lifted, and it's going to be good if we do have showers in the morning. Then, as he said, then a chance of showers in the afternoon, highs in the mid-70s now, southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the chance of rain for the whole day, 50%.
Wow.
So we need it. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, a chance of showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Then a slight chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the lower 60s for the night. You see how the temperature is starting to creep up a little bit? Southwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain at that point, 50% again. So we're probably going to get some precipitation of some sort. You know what I mean? Some rainfall there. Friday, partly sunny in the morning, then clearing, highs in the lower 70s. Friday night, mostly clear, much cooler now with the lows in the upper 30s. Dave, do you see how that's fluctuating?
Yes.
40 to 50s to the 60s, now back to the 30s.
Yes.
Saturday, sunny, highs around 70. Tallahassee, looking right about the same, really. Mobile, Alabama, the same thing, slightly cooler weather over that area. But anyway, you can get this detail. Oh, how about this? In the event that we're not doing a show next Tuesday, as Dave explained, we may not be here to do a show next Tuesday. Long-term speaking, looks like the majority of the southeast United States is looking more towards a warm Christmas this year, with possible record temperatures in portions of the southeast United States.
Wow. Question.
Sure.
When does winter start?
Austin would probably be more to answer that,
Yeah.
but I can tell you this. I think officially it starts December 1. Now, I may be totally wrong with that. Absolutely, Melissa. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Always tune in. We've always got something going on. So, let's see. Hey, Dave, are you trying to hide the bodies again, sir? Burn barrel. Lots of laughs. Yeah. Well, I've got a pit, Rick, and that's where I throw it in. It's built to brick. Got it up about 3.5 feet or so. Everything stays contained, but I was still worried about that wind kicking something and blowing it. I live close to the woods, so I definitely didn't want it to catch there. So Dave's got a good question. What is it, Dave?
Winter starts December the 21st.
Okay, so I was right in December. It just didn't say the 21st.
And it goes to March 20th.
March 20th, and that's when spring starts, right?
That's,
March
I
20th, spring
assume that's when spring starts. Yeah.
Okay, all right, very well, very good there.
So we're not.
No.
The reason I asked that
Yeah.
is my granddaughter lives in Ohio,
Yeah.
and they're getting pounded up there with the Arctic weather coming down.
Yeah.
And the other day she was making a comment about it being 7 degrees, while we were talking about it being 40 and 50 down here.
Right.
And she said, and winter hasn't even started.
Well, I was talking to one of my suppliers. I usually talk to him a couple of mornings a week on my way to work. He lives in Indiana.
Yeah.
And right outside of Butler, Indiana. And, he's lived there all his life. He's got a small business up there. He's a machinist, makes all of my blades and things for my machinery out in the shop.
Yep.
And I got to be really good friends with him. And he was telling me that the other day, I think it was 2 days, was it Monday? Monday. No, yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. He said it was 6 below with the wind chill factor. And I said, well, Cliff, we're having a cold spell down here. That's when it was 34, 35. He said, my gosh, man, pipe that up and send it up there. I'll take 34, 35. So, yeah, I see where that Arctic is coming
it's
through.
T-shirt weather up there.
Oh, for sure. And that's what he said. He said, man, shoot, I'll just go out there with a T-shirt. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever.
I lived up there. I was born up there. And there were days it was probably, a drift of snow.
Right.
2, 3, 4 feet up against a house. And, but it was, temperature was cold.
Pete Anderson, thank you for joining us. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So you could be out there and play ball in
Yep.
the street
Yep.
in a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. And but now look, you've been acclimated to the South for a long time.
Absolutely.
You've been down here what, 40 years?
1980.
45 years. Been down here 45 years. So let me ask something, and I know you go visit some family back in Ohio from time to time.
Yeah.
How does it feel cold to you up there, or is it still just sort of naturally to you, or what? Because I know when you get acclimated somewhere, when you go back to visit somewhere and it's cold like that, I think you can feel it. Now, you tell me though.
It's a different cold.
It's a dry cold up there instead of a wet.
It's kind of dry, but when it's cold, it's piercing cold.
Yeah.
And the last time I was up there in the winter time, I didn't even want to go outside and smoke a cigarette.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
just know here, because of the humidity and the moisture in the air, I mean, a 36, 37 degree day feels probably like 6 below up there just because it'll eat through you. But I understand what you're saying up there, too. You know, the winds and all that up there, too. And I assure you, I know it's cold because I used to live in Maine for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I know what the deal is up there, and you're exactly
the worst
right.
part of it is driving.
Sure. Yeah, that's the thing. So you're right about that. All right, let's move on, Dave, to local happenings in our community and our region, sponsored by Harry Business of Stark, the home of the $10 haircut. Come by and get that fresh cut or hairstyle and get ready for the Christmas holidays.
Yes.
Look sharp for all your friends and family. Open 6 days a week from...
10 to 5.
I'm glad I asked you. I said 9 to 5. 10 to 5.
Yep.
Monday through Saturday.
Yep.
Closed Sunday.
Closed Sunday.
Yep. But give everybody your holiday schedule hours here. So after this week, how are you going to be next week? So Christmas Eve is on the 24th, which is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Christmas Day is Thursday. Have you thought about it that far?
The girls have asked me if we're going to
Okay.
be open for Christmas Day,
And that's no, right?
and that would be a no.
No on that. Okay.
Christmas Eve might be a half a day so
Okay.
everybody can get out and get their last minute shopping.
So if you want a haircut and you're waiting to the last possible minute and you want to come to Harry Business, I'd advise them to come in the morning, right? Right when they open?
Yeah, as late as probably 2 or
Maybe 3,
maybe 3. That's probably it.
Okay, so definitely want to come by and get your haircut then. All right. First, I would like to report that the Christmas on Call Street Car Show and Parade was a huge success, Dave. We had 32 cars show up and participate. We were able to raise $835 for the Arc of Bradford County. I got to give special thanks to a lot of people that made this car show a huge success. CC Marie and the Throttle Talk girls, they did a wonderful job promoting it. She did a wonderful job helping me out there, getting cars registered up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Did a wonderful job.
If you don't know Cece, check out our show from last week.
Absolutely.
she was on our show.
She was, and not only did we talk about this car show, but we talked about some other things, Dave, that were very important to her and to the community. We talked about the animals that she rescues and the feral cats and those things right there. So definitely go back and watch that podcast. And guess what? Not only is it still on Facebook, it's on YouTube, Dave.
Yeah.
And you definitely want to watch that as well. So I want to thank Stanley. He's on the show tonight. Thank you, Stanley, for your great help in providing the sound. Bradford County Sheriff's Department, Bradford Deputy Sheriff Gonzalez, for all his help with parking the cars, logistics, and helping in the judging of all the cars. It was greatly appreciated. You know, Dave, sometimes our first responders don't always get the accolades and the things when they do good things, and this Deputy Sheriff Gonzalez really did a wonderful job in helping us out, man. He was right on everything. Dave, I've been to many car shows. You know I have. You have as well. You know, when you have a car show on the street, you've got to try to park those cars as best as you can. And you know what? That is the best that I have seen cars parked in a very long time.
I saw it on Facebook. It looked really good.
He did all that, man. Lined those cars up, backed them in, made sure he went down to each one of them. He talked to everybody. Man, I texted Gordon. I said, hey, man, what a dude you have there. And then I talked to Brad Witt at the ARC meeting last night, which is in charge of, our emergency management services. And Michael Heater works for him as well, and some others. And I told him, and he said, Mr. Gonzalez, Deputy Gonzalez, has got a little bit OCD. So he's going to make sure everything is good, which is a good thing, though. Yeah. I liked it. So, yes, thank you for all that you did. Chrissy Allen and Pam Whittle for letting us put the event on, and also their help with closing off the roads, blocking everything off, making sure everything was right on point. And then, of course, our very own director, ARC director, John Williams, for being out there with us and representing the ARC as he always does. This was a great event, and we look forward to doing this next year for sure. We may have one in between, but we're definitely going to be part of Christmas on Call Street. Everybody enjoyed it. Everybody came out and had a good time. And you know, that event was about 4 or 5 hours before the parade started, because the parade didn't start till 6, a little after 6.
Yeah.
And we were already at the Christmas party over there at Shirley's, but they were saying that there was a lot of people that just came in just to look at the cars. There was nothing else really going on. Yes, the downtown shops were open, the restaurants were open, things like that, but they mainly come down and see the cars. And we had a lot of traffic, Dave, walking up and down Call Street.
Now, that was on Call Street.
It was.
I know they're building a new bandstand.
Yes.
Did they use that?
We did not, but I'm going to tell you when it will be used.
Okay.
Yep, I'll tell you when it will be used. I don't know if anybody knows, as Dave was saying, I'll get into it just really quick, that $1 million outfit out there. So it needs to be put to good use. And I'll tell you when the first event is going to happen with that. Also coming up this Friday night, December the 19th, the Bradford Touchdown Club is having their end-of-the-season fundraising dinner. It will be a fun night of getting to know the coaches with a live auction, dinner, and the Ben Carter Band will be playing for your entertainment. If you are interested in attending, you can find out more information on the Bradford Touchdown Club Facebook page. I do know that, Dave, tickets are limited now, and they are $60 each. You can check on the Eventbrite website and search Bradford Touchdown Club for more information and ticket availability. The event is going to be at the Charlie E. John Center from 5:30 to 11:30. Mike Qualls will be our MC there that night. So if y'all don't know who Mike Qualls is, we're going to eventually bring him onto the show, and we're going to talk tornado football and all kinds of football and things like that. But Mike Qualls is your stadium announcer, and he's been doing it for many years, and I think almost 20 now. 18. 18 seasons, and I've only been doing tornado football for 10 seasons on the radio. So he's done that 8 more years, and it's gotten better and better and better. He's involved with all the activities, everything that goes on there. I believe he's part of the Tornado Booster Club, the Touchdown Club as well. So does a really good job entertaining not only our fans, but the fans that come to our place. Mike Qualls has got class, and he doesn't berate anybody, but of course, we're going to pull for our own hometown team, just like I do on the radio. So this is the way we do it in Bradford County. We handle things with class.
That's it.
Anybody else, they can do whatever they want, but, hey, it is what it is. All right. Also, the Arc of Bradford County is holding, Dave, another special deal, the Jingle Mingle. Let me explain that. Celebrate the season with friends at our holiday social for individuals with IDD. Enjoy music, laughter, and festive fun in a welcoming, inclusive space. Light refreshments and finger foods will be provided. When is that? That is Saturday, December the 20th, from 7 to 9, right there at the Governor Charlie E. Johns Conference Center, 1610 North Temple Avenue, Stark, Florida 32091. You needed to RSVP by December the 5th, but I will tell you this. You may want to check out just to see if they have a few tickets available. If you're interested in joining us for that, John Williams is our art director. You can contact him at john.williams@theartbradford.org, john.williams@theartbradford.org, or you can call him at 904-364-7699, or you can go to theartbradford.org/Jingle Mingle. If you're interested in going to that, I will be there as well for that event. So I'll be at both the Friday and Saturday event. Friday night also, there's a big-time basketball game going on between Union and Bradford. That game will be in Bradford. That's the boys basketball team. I'll get into that here in just a little bit. The David Dodge Christmas fundraiser that we did back on December the 2nd, the first Tuesday of the month, was a very, very big-time success. I want to thank everybody that was involved with that. You know who you are, all the art board members. Linda Lee, who runs the women's club over there, did a fantastic job. Bill Elrod, our auctioneer, he made a lot of this happen. You know, when you got a good auctioneer, he can make you reach in there and dig deep into your pockets. And he sure did. And with everything, after expenses and everything, we had an art board meeting last night, and we made over $40,000 for the art. That is the biggest fundraiser to date that the Arc of Bradford County has been involved in. That's why we do this every year. And it's getting nothing but bigger and better. So thank you for everybody that helped. Thank you for everybody that made those beautiful cakes. Thank you so very much. And we look forward to doing this again next year. Again, the Christmas on Call Street Parade went very well. I heard that there was about 60 entries for the parade. Our car show guys participated. They was in spot 42. I heard a couple of the cars rev up as we was at Shirley's party, and man, they were pretty loud, but they were in the parade as well. And the meet and greet with Mr. and Mrs. Claus went well from 3 to 4:30. That went really good. That was sponsored by the North Florida Regional Chamber of Commerce. And then the breakfast with Santa over at the Downtown Grill went very well also. Today also, if you did not know, was a grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony for our new Papa John's Pizza, located at 2520 Commercial Drive, Suite A in Stark. It's right in front of the Walmart and near the Florida Credit Union. Make sure you take time to order a pizza from our newest establishment. If you're a big Papa John's fan, you definitely want to be able to go and visit that place. They just opened, again, grand opening today. Want to talk a little bit about some of the school activities and some of the things that that our school is involved with. I want to put a bow too on tornado football as well. Again, I want to thank you for joining On the Spot with David Rodgers. Mr. Byron Bagwell cannot be here tonight as he had a work function. Mr. Austin Stevens, he is not here with us. He had something going on as well, but he did put a comment. The cold we got hit with Monday was a dry cold. The frosty, wet, 100% humid, 30 degree, if I can get to 30 degrees Fahrenheit cold was received down here. Typically in Florida, no thank you. I'd rather deal with minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit wind chill with plus 15 degrees temperatures in Nashville, Tennessee with 50% humidity. Well, I agree there, and I really appreciate that, Austin, for sure. No doubt, like I said, when I was in Maine, I used to go out there in short sleeve shirts in 25 and 30 degree weather. So it's a different cold, that's for sure. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful downtown. All pretty lights in the roundabouts. It's beautiful down there. Yeah. If you want to say thank you to anybody. Thanks to Pam Whittle and the Chamber of Commerce staff, the downtown business merchants. Chrissy Allen's heading that up as well. So all those people put in a lot of effort. I do want to get to something before we get into some of this other stuff that Dave was talking about. He was saying, I know that they built a new amphitheater down there. They rearranged it. They reworked the lights. They reworked the electricity. I do believe all of it was about $1 million project.
Wow.
And I do know that the first event that's going to happen there, and we talked about this a little bit, is going to be Clark Hill, Jimmy Clark, and his band will be coming down with a couple of others. As a matter of fact, I can look that up right now. But anyway, they will be performing on on New Year's Eve, right there at that theater. You can purchase your tickets. I don't know how many is left on that. But they have VIP too, David. I think he's going to sell 100 VIP tickets to that event. But anyway, that's who's going to be performing down there, and that will be December the 31st. And I believe that starts at 8 o'clock.
Now, that gentleman, Clark Hill,
Yep.
he's a local guy,
And that's
isn't he?
exactly right, David. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, it's a local thing. Local boy coming back home, performing for the locals here where he grew up, where he spent most of his life. He's going to come back here, and he's doing some big things in Nashville, trying to get some recording things going on and stuff. So he's definitely going to be here, and I'm going to pull it up here in just a second.
Now, he was here for a while working with the Tornado
Absolutely.
Touchdown Club.
He was, and I'm glad you said that because his son played here. He played here. Well, his daddy coached here and played here. He played here. And then his son played here, which is now playing at Marshall University.
Yeah.
Starts over at Marshall. That's Chasen Clark. We used to love him. The Dominator is what we used to call him, remember?
Yeah.
We used to call him the Dominator. And he's gone on to do bigger and better things at Marshall. He's getting his degree. So, man, you can't beat that with a stick, can you?
Yeah, Clark, he was instrumental in us getting that new
Football field,
and
the Jumbotron,
yeah.
and him and Kurt Miracle and several others, and he was instrumental in getting Coach Jamie Rodgers here. Let's put it out there on the line. Let's not be transparent. He was instrumental in a lot of that stuff. And so I want to thank him for what he's done. His son graduated, so he wanted to be closer up there to watch his son go, play at Marshall. I don't blame him. I would too.
I've seen him in concert a few times, and he puts on a damn good show.
I've actually emceed for him a couple of times. There's a couple of places in McClenny that I did it at. I did it here at Whiskey River one time when he performed. And if you remember correctly, he performed solo on this show. You can go back several shows. You remember when he was on here and he performed solo? Can you remember that?
That was a
About
while
4 or
back.
5 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe 6 years ago. But he performed live right here, and he sang his one song that he was trying to get popular at the time, and I can't think of it right now. Joel Norman's performed on here. Joel does a really good job.
Yeah.
So we've had some people on here that's got some talent. Byron can play the guitar. I want Byron to sing one night. I really do. Byron's got a good voice. Byron can sing, and he knows some of these songs. And I would love for Byron to sing.
Well, I think there was a couple shows back in the day that
Hey, Anthony.
he had his guitar and played a song and opened the show with it.
Yeah, we tried that a couple of times as well, and absolutely.
That's when our studio was at the
Sheriff's office. Yep, and actually, didn't we, when we actually even went to Michael Heater's house, I think he did it a couple of times too. You remember when we used the one room there for a little while?
Yeah.
For a couple of episodes? I believe that he did it there too, but Byron can play, so I'd like to maybe get his talents on here, and man, I'd like to sit back and listen. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, you were talking about Clark Hill. December the 31st, it's called Clark Hill Hometown Bash New Year's Eve, featuring them, Stephen Barker Laws, and Porter Martin. Fireworks will be going on, adult beverages, food, merchandise, VIP tickets are available, and more at the downtown square. And I said the time, from 7 to 11.
Okay.
7 to 11. So that means the fireworks will pop before midnight. So, and I think it's because of the noise ordinance.
December 31st.
Yep, New Year's Eve, December the 31st. Clark Hill will be here. And go down there and check it out.
Absolutely.
Man, I tell you, man, I think it's going to be a whale of a show. So I'm going to try to go for sure if I can. Maybe we ought to go and do some little recording and put something out there. Maybe we'll need to get his permission.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll get his permission on that because, this is not local production. He's bringing people in from Nashville or somewhere else to do this production. So all the sound, all the board, everybody that's introducing these bands. I know Mike Qualls asked about introducing and myself. And he's like, man, I love you guys, and any other time I would. But this is a major production here. This is big time.
Okay.
So I understand that. Josh Collier, hey, thank you for tuning in. Anthony Black from Tallahassee, Florida, thank you for tuning in. Anthony used to live here as well. But those are some of the happenings that are going on. We've got some things that are coming up in 2026. That's very, very vital and important. And Rick, are you still on? I'm not going to say it unless you're on. So if you're on, I will say what we're doing. So just give me a comment. Going to be snow chasing over the weekend. Hoping weather cooperates. Tell David to have his family in Ohio do some snow something. I'm currently at headquarters waiting on Microsoft SD card. Weather station took a crash, software hopefully otherwise. Hey, Josh, how you doing, man? I'm doing well, sir. Good to have you joining us here on The Spot with David Rodgers. Dave, what time is it? It is about 5 minutes. Almost 8 o'clock straight up, right? Eastern time?
Yep.
7:55 local. So if you're in the Central Time Zone, Dave, guess what time it is? It's 6:55.
Yep.
And it feels like it's 9 o'clock. Because of because of the time change and all that.
Time, man, it's hard to get.
I want to talk about that just for a minute, Dave. Do you find yourself going to sleep earlier with this
Feeling
time
like
change?
it, yes.
Me too. I'll get in there if I ain't got nothing going on, and somebody's going to say, well, when is that? Well, sometimes that's the 12th of never. But, I do have some down days. Mondays are pretty good days for me, and Wednesdays are pretty good days for me. And I'll tell you, Dave, I'll come in and do the little things I have to do, help Shelly or whatever. We eat, fix supper. Man, it's 6:30, 6:45, man. I'll sit in that chair and I'll be reading something on Facebook or checking something out for the show or something that's coming up. Bless you, brother. And guess what, Dave? I'll sit there and fall asleep, man. The next thing you know, I'm waking up, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, oh man, now I've got to get up at 3:30, right? So it's a weird time change for sure. So, and I'm sure other people feel the same way about that as well. So, again, thank everybody that's tuning in right now. Really appreciate it. I want to go over a couple of more things. Like I said, there's some things going on in 2026. All right, so Rick is on. So, Dave, you don't even know about this. This is the first time this is being said. So it's been hush-hush because I needed to make sure that we were going to have the proper sponsors, everything that we needed to do this. So Rick Knopf, he's going to be helping me, known as Crusher. You've met him, ex-wrestler. He used to come to our shows quite a bit. And me and him is going to do a wrestling event April the 18th, 2026 for the Arc of Bradford County. All the proceeds will go to the Arc of Bradford County. And we're going to do it right now. It's scheduled, and we've got it reserved already for the Armory in Stark. So he's working on the card right now as we speak. We've got some matches already lined up. We've got the ring that we're going to use already lined up. This has been in the work for months, and I've kept it hush-hush.
Well,
That's to keep it from you.
Yeah.
And that was very tough for me because I wanted to tell you and Byron. I really did. And I was like, nope, I needed to make sure that everything was up and up.
Absolutely.
So yesterday I got confirmation when we was at the ARC board meeting that we were still doing this. Chrissy gave me the information about the ARC. So that building has been reserved. We just got to pay the minimal fee that is required for the building. Like I said, we've been working on the card. I think, Rick, tell me, I think we got 4 or 5 matches already slated. So we're going to be 2 more, maybe 3 more matches.
Wow.
We're using, people has asked me, and the ARC loves wrestling. So one of the guys that is there, his name is Josh Atkins. He's the one that nominated me to be on the ARC board. He's like, David Rodgers, I get him. So anyway, he lives with his mom, and he's part of the ARC, and he asked me about this wrestling all the time. But I do want to tell you, this is not wrestling back in 2014. The guys that I used to use then has either moved on, have gotten older, can't work, i.e. Rick and Brody.
Yeah.
Guys like that are just can't. This is going to be new talent. This is, and look, I've been out of the business. Remember, I told you 11 years. I don't know none of this. You know what I'm saying? But Rick does. Rick, this is what his passion is. He lives this. He loves this.
Right.
And, this is what he sits and does every day. And, I had to get acclimated back to just talking with him when this idea came all about. I'm like, man, I just don't know none of these workers anymore. I know some. The ghetto superstar, Steve Pender and them still running over in McClenny. Yeah. There's some people that are still doing a few things. But all those old guys, all those old workers from 11 years ago, they're not. Nope. You know what I'm saying? Very few. So this is going to be outside talent that we've gotten from different areas and different things. We're going to use some local guys. We'll probably use Ghetto and some of those guys. But all the proceeds that come through the door is going to the ARC of Bradford County.
Boy, I hope you guys generate a ton of money.
Well, I'm going to need your guys' help.
Yep.
You and Byron and our crew, I'm going to need your help with logistics and some things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to be there to film it, and so we can put this on Facebook. I want Byron to help us out in the back and things like that, things that we need that, I can't do this all myself. No. We're going to have the ARC board members there doing the door, doing the concessions, doing some things like that. But I am going to need the On the Spot with David Rodgers crew to help us out. And, so that is the bombshell I've been wanting to drop. I've been wanting to drop it for a couple of months.
Good bombshell.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
I am too, and they are excited as well.
I feel like I want to get you in a headlock.
Absolutely, and come on and do it. But the ARC is excited about it. I think they see the opportunity of making some money out of this thing. Yeah. It would probably be the second biggest fundraiser we do all year, if everything is status quo, and we can sell the tickets and we can sell that venue out. But wrestling has not been here, with the exception of the Splash Bash 2 years ago. Yeah. Where they did it. Rick was involved with that, where they did it over at the fairgrounds, and they generated 100, 120, 130 people, I guess, in that building, which is a good turnout for that. And then,
$5 a person, you could generate $500-600.
Yeah, but I'm talking, I want to generate thousands.
Yes.
So I want to charge probably anywhere from $10 to $15 a ticket. And I want to bring in $4,000 to $5,000 just through the door.
Absolutely.
I want to bring, another $800,000-900,000 in the concessions, and it can be done.
It can be done.
So I'm going to need your guys' help promoting, doing some things like that. Once we got the finalization of the things that we need to do, then we're going to start hitting this hard and heavy after the first of the year.
Yep.
We're going to start hitting this hard and heavy. So April 18th. Somebody has already asked me, and has asked Rick, because we're some workers like WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania weekend. I get it. It's the biggest wrestling event of the whole year. But we're going to do a show. We put it off twice. We've had a couple of dates set, and we've had to push them back. We're not pushing it back no more. So this is it. This is what we're going to do. It's WrestleMania weekend. Record it. You can always catch it on your phone, whatever you need to do. We're still going to do a show. It's going to be Saturday, April 18th. We really haven't set the start time yet. I don't know if we're going to start it earlier in the afternoon, or if we're going to do a night show. It could start at 6, 7, or we may start it at 4. We just don't know the exact time yet.
When you was doing wrestling here in town.
Yes.
You guys went for about 9 years or so.
Yes.
And
it was about 10. Yep.
Since that, you really never had any wrestling in here. But all those people that come to support the wrestling you guys did, they still catch me in Walmart or Winn-Dixie. Are you guys going to do any more wrestling? So they're out there waiting.
For sure. And look, I can sit here and discuss. I'll be honest with you. Somebody asked me why I didn't continue to do it. Well, there's several reasons, and I don't really want to get into those reasons right here, right now. There was several things that left a sour taste in my mouth, and I'll just admit to that. Dave, you already know. Don't even have to get into that. And then, the football job came to me.
Yeah.
And my first love, always, like Rick's first love is wrestling, my first love is football.
Was you still working in Lake City at that time? Or
so I had
transfer from there to there? Or?
So you remember I was working with FedEx for a while.
FedEx, right.
And when I got that job with the radio, when that announcement was made, I was going to figure out how I was going to do it. But then I got the job in Lake City. So it worked. The schedule worked perfectly for me. Good. You know what I mean? With the football. And Dave, and anybody that knows me, football is my love. I know football. I can dissect football. I can tell you the rule. I just love football.
When you bleed, it looks like a football.
Yeah, it looks. You're exactly right. So, look, at the end of the day, my heart wasn't in it, And then I get on the art board, and I used to remember, Dave, and you'll remember this, and some of the people that are on here will remember this.
Yeah.
The art people used to come there by the groves.
Absolutely.
They used to bring buses and vans, and
that's what I'm saying.
They loved it. They never missed a show.
And they're still out there.
They always asked me. And Josh, man, was ecstatic when I told him we was going to be as a matter of fact, he asked me yesterday. He said, "Man, is that wrestling show still going?" Yeah, it's still. Yeah, for sure it is.
Yep.
So there's going to be some excitement. And look, I'm not sitting here, and I've already been asked, Is this going to be an every month thing? No, it's not. This is, for me right now, Dave, and I'm just being transparent.
For the Ark.
It's for the Ark. It's a one-time deal. I'm not trying to take over anybody's territory. This used to be my territory and Steve's territory.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to leave it at that. It had a chance to come back 2 years ago, and it hasn't pursued anywhere at this point.
Yeah.
So it was an opening for me to be able to make the Ark money. This is not about Dave Rodgers wanting to get back into the wrestling business, because honestly, I really don't want to. I don't want to be in it full time. Now, if it takes off, and this is a great show, Dave,
Yeah.
me and Rick's thinking about maybe doing it twice a year. You know, something like that. But I'm not going to be running shows every month. So I want everybody to get that into their mind. I am not going to be running shows every month. I think Rick will attest to that. We've talked about that. And this is a one-time off thing for now. Could be a couple of times a year. But that's what's going on. April the 18th, wrestling will be back in the in Start, Florida. Yes, Melissa, Roger will love that. And I know that's all I'm going to hear, because you know I see Roger all the time. And that's all that's going to be bent in my ear, Dave's ear, Byron's ear. I am sure about that.
You know who else is going to be there?
Who's that?
That young man named Alvy.
Yes, he will. Alvy will be there
Yeah.
for sure. Right now, we're thinking about starting around 4 on Saturday, which is a great time.
Yeah.
Great time. We'll be done by 7. You know, a little bit more. Bam, good. Everybody can get home on a beautiful Saturday. Wrestlers making their North Florida debut on April the 18th. Champions for Inclusions is what we're calling it. I'm glad that Rick said that. Anybody that knows me and knows about the Ark, inclusion, if you don't know what that word means, I'll let you look it up, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. FYI, David, I now have a mobile Starlink command center. Okay, awesome. That works for me. So anytime that you can bring that up, brother, go ahead. So we can always use weather updates. Melissa says, I knew that. Lots of laughs. Yeah, for sure. But that's what's happening. We'll be talking more about it. Dave, I'm going to bring Rick onto the show one night. I'm going to go pick him up. Rick, if y'all don't know about Rick, Rick's in a wheelchair. So he's not as physical as he used to be.
Yep.
But we went to wrestling events. Matter of fact, the last 3 or 4 months, we've been going to wrestling events and scouting them out. We were supposed to go to one this weekend, but we had the party and everything, couldn't go. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm going to need you guys' help. I want to do something over at the Downtown Grill. I'm going to make up a PowerPoint, and I want some of the businesses come in for sponsorships, because, you know, even though this is a benefit show, it's different nowadays. You know, back in the old days, I could say, hey, man, why don't you work this benefit show, and I'll book you on the next show. Doesn't sort of work that way anymore. Everybody wants to get paid something, because they're coming from somewhere. You know, everything is up. Gas is up. Food's up. You know, if they're coming from somewhere, place to stay is up. So they want to get paid, and we have to come up with that upfront money to pay these wrestlers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, and these workers. So, again, we're going to be doing that after the first of the year, man. I'm going to be hitting it hard and heavy, so I'm going to be calling you several times. Dave, I may need this, or Byron, I may need this, or something, you know. And I want you to be there that night when we present it as well, everybody, because I think that this could be a really big event, Dave. I think this could raise a lot of money for the Ark. And right now, with the way funding is for everything, it's hard to get anything out of any government, federal, state, local, state, whatever.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's hard to get funding, and John had mentioned that yesterday during the meeting. It's just hard to to get anybody to come off any money. So we have to raise most of it.
If you're sitting at home and you are watching it live on Facebook, that's somewhat okay, but you're not going to get the same effect that you would if you were there live watching it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you bring up a good point. This is something I haven't talked to Rick about. But, maybe if you're watching it live, maybe you could feel compelled in your heart.
To make a donation.
Hey! We've got PayPal. We've got Cash App. The art does. Maybe you're compelled to make a donation. Because right now, and I hadn't had a chance to tell Rick the number. Maybe I did. 300 people is what we can get in that building. So if you're not one of those three, really 299 to be actually. If you're not one of those 299, guess what? You're going to have to watch it somewhere. So, if you do it, if you come across Facebook Live with it from On the Spot with David Rodgers, I would say, man, I would feel like maybe we put this out that you make a donation to the Ark of Bradford County.
Absolutely.
Man, that would just be nothing but
It's not just a wrestling event. It's an event to raise money for the Ark. And what does the Ark do?
So the Ark helps people with disabilities and, intellectual disabilities as well. And they put these guys to work. They've got a wood shop back.
Yes.
Man, Dave, you should have seen some of the Christmas trees that they built. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke. There's no way I could have built and cut that out like they did.
Wow.
They're beautiful. I need to bring one on here next Tuesday. Well, and bring it here or put it in the corner, whatever. They make coasters, the round coasters and the square coasters, 4 for $10. And it's either got the Ark of Bradford County on it or the tornado symbol. Beautiful, beautiful, smoked in there, etched in there. Beautiful.
Now, we could show those and they could still make a donation. Right?
Absolutely. Or they can buy one of those for $10 and it goes straight to the general fund.
Bam.
I mean, my gosh, man, it's as easy as that, man. You can go by the Ark. By the way,
there you go.
I'm glad you said that. People's asked me, and I heard this comment last night at the meeting. Hey, where can these people go and find this? I hear this. Where can we go to do this? John Williams and the art, we're the board. So we're the art board. But John Williams and his staff welcome anybody that wants to stop by at any time and walk in there and check out what they do, check out the products that they do, check out everything that they do in there, and it's an open door policy. It's as simple as that. And how do you do it? You can go to the Ark of Bradford County Facebook page. You can go straight there. You can call the Ark of Bradford County. If you know anybody with intellectual disability, you can talk to them. They'll tell you where the Ark is.
No, I know.
You can go to these. You can go to these fundraisers, Jingle Mingle.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, any of that stuff, you can get more involved. We need more involvement.
Now, I know the Ark is over on 100 by
Absolutely.
the radio station.
Right down the road from it. Mm-hmm.
And they have a second location.
We
in
do.
Hampton.
I'm glad you say that. In Hampton, the old Hampton Elementary School is our secondary building over there. What we do over there, eventually, somewhere down the line, all the offices are going to be over there, eventually at some point. But what we use that for now is they also have a food drive. They do one every month. And guess what? Those guys and gals work that with the intellectual disabilities along with staff. Do you know they served 138 families last month? Wow. They gave food to 138 families last month, 492 people. Wow. That is just amazing. It's amazing to me what they do.
Wow. And
yeah.
On that, can you just drive up or do you have to have a disability? Or
no, just drive up. If you are in need of food, you go up there, you talk with the staff and those people, and they're going to hook you up with some food.
I know a couple people that actually live in Hampton.
Yes, and they don't have to come here. They can go right there.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I'll find out when the next
spread
one
the
is. We
word.
didn't bring my notes on that with me tonight, but I'll
Okay.
find out. And also, you can go on to the Facebook page, the Ark of Bradford County Facebook page, or their website, and it'll tell you when the next events are coming up.
Okay.
So, a lot of good things. Melissa, he said Austin said, Rick said, here's one match that will be on. We have a 6-man tag team match. How about that? That's one of the matches.
Wow.
Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked this too. N-O spells no. Do you know what I'm about to say? N-O spells no.
No.
David Rodgers is not wrestling at all.
Oh.
No. I'm not getting involved in anything. I am in charge of running this thing right along with Rick and the staff and you guys. That's what I want to do and I want to be. Let the workers do their thing. I was asked last night, man, you're please going to be in a match. We want to see you in a match. No, not this time. If this is maybe successful when we do it again, maybe me and Rick will talk and maybe we'll do a little something, but not this time. I want to make sure that this one gets up off the ground and rolls.
Well, David, I don't want to upset you,
Yeah.
but I want you to know I won't be wrestling either.
Really? Because I thought,
The Sting of Mean,
the King of Sting,
the King of Sting,
the Master of all disasters.
the Master. of all
Well,
disasters.
I thought Rick was going to book Byron, you, and me in a 6-man tag.
Oh,
We're
man.
on the same team.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we're on the. No, I'm not. Dee's not. Byron's not. We're not. We're just going to make sure everything runs correctly. So again, welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. What time we got, Dave? We
That's about that.
about 18 after 8.
About 20 after.
Yeah, about 20 after 8. I'm going to go over a couple of more things here. Let me read. Rick says, I'm on the same page with you. And Melissa says, I've seen some of their work. It's so neat, beautiful, lots of nice things. I'm telling you, dude. I am going to.
Right?
Birdhouses, they do pallets. They provide pallets for food places, Cisco and those kind of places. They provide pallets. So whenever they need pallets, they do that. These trees, David, as a matter of fact, I'm so excited about it now. I should have picked my butt up one yesterday, and I didn't. I'm going to go by and buy 2 of them tomorrow.
Wow.
2 of those trees and put them in my house.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pay or whatever. I'm telling you, dude, the craftsmanship in this stuff is just absolutely amazing. And they've got good staff over there. I think his name is Scott. I think is who runs the wood shop over there. It used to be Tony Sellers. You know Tony. Tony, but Tony retired. And now there's a new guy there. So absolutely fantastic. So, but that's the bombshell I wanted to drop tonight, Dave. Dropped it in front of everybody. So there you go. All right. So want to talk a couple other things. Let me put something to bed. Tornado football. Let me speak on that, and then we're going to put it to bed, okay, Dave?
Yes.
Because I wanted to put it to bed last week, but we had a guest, and I didn't do it like I wanted to. Great season by the Bradford Tornadoes.
Wow, 11-2.
11-2. Unfortunately, we lost to Cocoa. This is 4 times now. Don't seem to just have their number yet. And I thought this was the year. We were 2 games away from being in the state championship game.
That Cocoa game, we could have won.
Absolutely. They was beating us 10-0 the whole game, ladies and gentlemen. If you were tuning in and watching or you were there. And we came back. And
10-10.
With 3 minutes left, remember, in the game.
That 3 minutes was
The killer. We let them go down there and score. And unfortunately for us, it was the winning score, and we didn't have enough time to go down there and try to tie the score back up.
And they didn't need a touchdown. They could have got a field goal and won.
Well, absolutely, but they did score the touchdown. Now, Dave, that one pass play was absolutely gorgeous. Now,
That's
I will
what I
say
heard.
that was absolutely gorgeous. When they was at about the 40-yard line of Bradford, he threw a nice rope, And he came right across the middle on a quick slant pattern, and that was a college throw and a college catch. There's nothing you can do about that. And that put him into position, and then the next play, the guy ran it in from 7 yards out, and that was the go-ahead score. But like you said, a field goal would have won it 13-10 too. So again, great season.
An interception or a turnover would have won.
Well, we could have. Yeah, we could have went down there.
It could have went either way.
Or what's the worst case scenario? Overtime. Even if you get an interception, don't go score. We're on overtime. It's 10-10. Anything can happen in overtime. Okay, you beat me in overtime. You beat me in overtime.
How does overtime work?
So that's a great question. So let's say that game was 10-10 instead of the 7-10 overtime. So each team will get a possession from the 10-yard line, and you got 4 plays to score. So if they go down and score in 4 plays
from the 10-yard line.
From the 10-yard line. Yep. Let's say Cocoa takes it first, 17-10. Right? They score. Now Bradford gets a chance.
Yeah.
They get it from the 10. Let's say they go down there and score. Now we have the option to kick it, or we can go for 2. If you remember, 2 years ago when we went to the state championship game against Pensacola Catholic, remember, we went for the 2-point conversion in overtime. Remember, that game went to overtime, and we won that thing 22-21. And we could have done the same thing. So there's a lot of scenarios that could have happened in there. But, look, it's all for naught. Cardinal Mooney is the state champion in Class 2A. They beat the mess out of Bowles last Wednesday night, 52-28. Look, man, I'm not saying that Bradford could have won the game. I'm not. Against Cardinal Mooney. No, I'm Cardinal Mooney. Yeah, let's say if it was Bradford and Cardinal Mooney. Okay? I think Cardinal Mooney's one of the 3 best teams in the state, pound for pound. They are. They are one of the 3 best teams. I studied this. They are pound for pound one of the 3 best teams in the state.
They showed TV the other night.
Yep, they was on the NFH. Yep, Bowles or Cardinal.
I think Cardinal.
So anyway, they can, they can play. I think our defense would have done better. I don't think we get beat by 24 points. I think it's closer than that. They may beat us by 10. You know what I'm saying? I think we make that a bit more interesting game. Our defense was much better. We just gave up a touchdown at the very, very critical time in that regional final. And now we're 0-4 against Cocoa, and somewhere down the line, and I'm going to read you off this here in just a couple of minutes, where we're at again. Guess what? We're going to see them somewhere. Which is crazy after all this reclassification, after getting rid of 7A and dropping all these teams down, we still got those guys. It's amazing. Let me see. They was a pack. I seen cars lined up real early. Absolutely, there was, Melissa. It was really, really just well done. There will be a women's wrestling match on April the 18th at the Stark National Armory. Mark that down. Tell a friend. Telephone. That's what Rick said. So there's going to be a women's match, not only a 6-man tag team, and a women's match as well. But anyway, going back to Bradford, 11-2, great defense, great players. We lost some great seniors, but we got a lot of players coming back. We got a lot of players moving up from undefeated teams. We're going to probably have players transfer in here. Let's call it what it is. This is today's world. This is today's football. Whether it's pro, whether it's college, whether it's high school, that's the way it is. And we're probably going to have a really good team next year. I don't know the schedule. We're still working on that. But I can tell you right now, Bradford's going to be in the thick of it again.
Well,
I'm just saying.
The middle school players are
going up to JV.
Going up the line, and they became champions this year.
Middle school, the JV was undefeated, and look what Bradford varsity did.
Yep.
Look, man, it's a great feeder program. Coach David Rodgers and that staff, Coach Staples and all those guys, I wish I had all the names. Hey, they're doing a fantastic job. And I'm going to tell you something. Rafe, the Viking Cubbage, the quarterback's brother, he's going to start as a 9th grader. Outside linebacker somewhere, you mark my word. And that kid's a beast. we're going to have a good football team. We're going to be right to think of things again.
Just for the coach, just don't accept any offers from any other schools.
Oh, no,
you
no.
got a good thing going here.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you said that. I don't think Coach Rodgers is going anywhere. I think he knows that we've got a good thing going here. So, it is what it is. There was bad stuff I heard went on at the last game. Someone got shot. I think maybe wrong, but I heard that. No. Nobody got shot. The Cocoa players did some nasty gestures toward our fans. There was a little shoving and pushing, a little scuffle, but nothing major. It all settled out and everything. And, I will say this, and I know Byron a little more than me, but, as a color commentator, I mean, we can say those things. Look, man, that game was badly officiated. It was. I thought there were some calls from both ways that really affected the outcome of that ball game, and more toward Bradford. We got some calls, Dave. There were some. You heard me say you wasn't even there that night because you wasn't feeling well. You were coming.
I was on the radio.
But you was on the radio, and I said, "Man, where is that call? That is a blindfold call. That's where is that call at? Where? It wasn't even nowhere near the play."
There was a call I heard on one side of the field, and the ref was on the other side of the field and made the call.
Correct. So the side judge on the other side, what we call the far boundary.
Far boundary.
All right. The play happened on the near boundary. There was a side judge there. He didn't throw the flag, but the guy on the far boundary, the referee over there, the side judge, threw the flag. It's away from the play. Those are the kind of things that, and I'll stay, Shirley, I sure will. Shirley Bagwell says, and I've seen it, and it's beautiful. Shirley says she has a large artificial Christmas tree. If anyone wants it, you must come and get it. You can let me know, or Byron know. You can message us, and then I'll get the address. I'll get with Shirley, make sure everything is kosher and all that. But she does have an artificial Christmas tree, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that's on or that you hear this message, let somebody know. Hey, somebody may not have a Christmas tree right now. That'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
How large is it?
A nice one. It's a nice one, right, Shirley? I can't remember the dimensions on that, Shirley. Can you tell me real quick, and then I'll mention that again. I think it's 6 foot.
No, okay.
It may be 7. She'll tell us. But anyway, I've seen it. It's beautiful. But going back, and when Shirley gets that information, I hate when referees, especially at those times, critical times of the ball games, make calls that will eventually affect both teams in the outcome of that football game. To me, let the boys play. Now, if it's egregious or you know what I'm saying? Yes, call it. You know what I mean, Dave? Yeah. If I'm standing in front of you and you pull a boy's face mask, yeah, I'm going to throw the flag.
Absolutely.
But, man, if it's ticky-tack and stuff, let the boys play. How many times have you heard me say that? Let the boys play.
A lot of times.
A lot of times. Let the boys play. It's a playoff game. Everybody wants to win a state championship. I know Bradford does. It's been since 65, 66 since they won one. So I know they want to win one, and we could have 2 years ago against that same team we just played. Mm-hmm. So, I think that when it comes down to that, just let the boys play. But anyway, I'm going to close it out. 11-2 record, Dave. Nothing to sneeze at. Had 3 or 4 shutouts this year. Overall record for the last 4 years, we've only lost 7 ball games. I mean, who does that? I can assure you of this, and I see that Byron's on. I can assure you of this. There's many teams in the state of Florida right now that would love to be in Bradford's shoes right now. Boy, they would love to have that problem. Absolutely. 7 losses in 4 years? Really? Come on. Averaging, your defense is only giving up 6.2 points per game on an average of a 4-year span? Who does that? I guarantee you there is a lot of teams in this state that would love to be in Bradford's position. But anyway, just real quick, Dave, I got to give love to our seniors, right?
Yes.
And the whole football team, but I'm going to do the whole football team. This was your 2025 roster, and I'm going to go over it pretty quickly for Bradford High School varsity football team. Jackson Parmeter, Jaquez Kaysen, Jordan Kaysen, Cohen Siafi, Keyshawn Kennedy, Elijah Lawrence, Justin J.J. Hall, Kingston Brooker, Camonte Nixon, Ian Addison, Chase Phillips, Caden Karn, Nate Raymond, Peyton Jones, Cy Cubbage, Montrez Aldridge, Danny the Raging Bull Torres, Tyler Sapp, Dylan Ruiz, Malachi Aldridge, Jaden Hudson, Malachi Cobras, Jonathan Andrews, Grayson McClellan, Parviel Lee, Jeffrey Benenson, Jarrell Harris, Demarion Dodd, Elmore Thompson, Krishan Sharp, Christopher Brennan, Malik Aldridge, Raymond Pedro, Andy Gomez, Demetric Jenkins, Jaden Mosley, Braxton Durant, Jagger Lancaster, Ridge Bradley, Travis Reed, Terrence Slocum, Kason Pierce, Joshua Matthews, Warren Parsons, DeFerris Scott, Keith Phillips, Dakota Marston, Easton May, Cannon Sapp, Jackson Fall, Andrew Austin, Bryce Daniels, Will Jackson, Mackenzie Natil, Eden Carabello, Chase Small, Jalen Weathers. That was your Bradford Tornadoes football roster, varsity football roster. I read, big time right there. Dave, great season. Some of these guys are seniors. I just read everybody. Everybody knows who the seniors are. We mostly called them out. We're going to miss them. But look, man, we're going to have another great nucleus of players. The juniors are going to be seniors next year, so we're going to be saying the same thing. So, again, I want to thank all these players, the coaching staff, Coach Jamie Rodgers, and everybody that was a part of Tornado football this year. Man, I hated that the season come to an end, but all of football really is done for the state of Florida now. We have all of our champions, and I can tell you who those are in just a few minutes. But just want to let you know, if you've got one of these, if not, I can send you one or make you a copy of one, where they are now. So, Dante Balfour played 4 years ago for us. He's on a playoff team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, which will be playing on Saturday.
Oh.
So he plays defensive back for Texas Tech. And Manny Covey plays for Cincinnati University. King Manny, you remember King Manny? He's a running back there. He'll be in a bowl game. Amari Jones is playing for Bethune-Cookman. He used to be our quarterback before Cubbage. Jontez Williams tore an ACL. He plays for Iowa State defensive back. He was up for the Jim Thorpe Award, which is the best defensive back in the country.
Wow.
And he tore his ACL. But he'll be back next year. Bryson Bowen's playing for Thomas More. Chasen Clark, we talked about, his daddy. Marshall University. Dejan Shank is playing for Bakersfield in California. Torin Brazil is playing for East Carolina. You remember Torin Brazil? We used to love him, didn't we? Yeah. The one-man wrecking crew. He's at East Carolina. You ought to see how big he is now. Khalil Cummings, you remember Khalil? Number 2 Khalil. He's playing at Purdue. Malachi Murphy's playing at Southern Miss. J.T. Hood is playing at Atlanta Hancock. Barron Walden is playing at Mount St. Joseph. Marlon Haywood is at Bluefield University, a Division II school. Michael Oliver and Travis Johnson, they played last year. They're at Mount Union, a powerful Division III school. Duke Lewis and Jeremiah Hills at UNC Pembroke. Jeremiah McKenzie's at Central Michigan, Dave, which is in a bowl game, so you'll see him. Trente Jenkins is at Florida Memorial University, and Zach Polk is at Erskine College. Head coach Jamie Rodgers, principal Chris Coffey, athletic director Samson Jackson. Want to thank those guys, Coach Jamie Rodgers, and all that staff. I really appreciate what you've done for Tornado football. We'll culminate that. Yeah. Hey, Dave, we'll culminate that with the event that we've got coming up on Friday. Roasting of the coaches and all that. So that fundraiser that we have, we'll culminate the season there. I'll make a copy of this and put it on my Facebook page, but to all the seniors that were on the football team, the cheerleading team, the band, Dave, you want me to read them out? Oh, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, seniors. Anybody that participated in Friday Night Lights, period. And I'll tell you who they are. In football, Jackson Parmeter, these are your seniors. Jaquez Kaysen, Cohen Siafi, Keyshawn Kennedy, Elijah Lawrence, Justin Hall, Kingston Brooker, Camonte Nixon, Nate Raymond, Tyler Sapp, Malachi Aldridge, Jaden Hudson, Jonathan Andrews, Demetric Jenkins, Ridge Bradley, Dakota Marston, Kyron Green, Jackson Fall, Andrew Austin, Will Jackson, Jalen Weather, and our hydration girl and team, Kelsey Cochran. Thank you, all you seniors. You have left a legacy for Tornado football. And just like your predecessors have before, thank you so very much.
You won't be forgotten.
No, absolutely not. You've set the standard now where Bradford needs to be each and every year.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. It's a brand now. So cheer team, Jamie Lynn, Lily Mercer, Raylyn Moore, Amy Prescott was our cheer captain. Thank you so much for your cheer team. We can't do it without the cheerleaders, right? Got to have somebody firing somebody up. Absolutely. The band, which got a superior, by the way, at the FBAs, at the Florida Band Assessment. Yes, they did. A superior, Dave. First time in a while. Superior. That's the Florida Band Association Assessment. The way they grade you, how your band is. They got a superior.
Wow.
That's awesome, isn't it?
That's like an A.
Oh, yeah, A+.
A+.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Wyatt Acevedo, Maverick Carver, Malaya Deese, the color guard, Kayla Hips, majorette, Blake Lanier, Miranda Lindsay, a majorette, Allison McCoy, majorette, Gemma Rodriguez, drum major, Daniel Uroda, and Emma Wireman. How about that? Thank you so much for your years in the band, your participation in the band. We can't do it without noise. We got to have noise.
You got to have noise.
Yep. And David, probably my most favorite part, JROTC. Man, bearing those flags, bringing those flags out.
The boys look good out there on the field.
Each and every game, all the time. Christopher Andrews, Cadet Master Sergeant. Monique Berg, Cadet Captain. Sebastian Dickinson, Cadet First Lieutenant. Jeffrey Eves, Cadet Staff Sergeant. Michael Hampton, Cadet Captain. Caitlin Hunter, Cadet First Lieutenant. James Reynolds, Cadet Sergeant. Noah Storr, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel, current Battalion Commander. Nice. And Natalie Thornton, Cadet Captain. Thank you for all you seniors that are on the football team, the cheer, the band, and JROTC. Thank you for what you've done for Tornado football, not only in your 4 years at Bradford High School, but last year. And I'll tell you, it's been really, really good. So let me see something, Dave, before we get out of here. Let me see if Shirley has given us that. I'm having a hard time getting my, okay. Hey, brother. Good evening, brothers, sisters, patrons, infidels, and miscreants. Oh, Shirley said, maybe 9 feet, but free and beautiful. Let it go because of personal reasons. 9 feet tall Christmas tree, baby. All you got to do is tell me that you want to come get it, and it'll be yours. So, go Tornadoes, exactly right. We have lots of players that go, yeah, absolutely. God's good, and ROTC, definitely. So, just wanted to hit a couple of more things really quick. First and foremost, let me get to this, Dave. The 12-team bracket is out for college football, and we got first round matchups starting Friday night and into Saturday. So the number 1 team in the country is the Indiana Hoosiers. They beat your Ohio State Buckeyes, which only dropped to 2, Dave. That's not bad. Ohio State's 2. The Buckeyes, they got a bye. Georgia's number 3, they got a bye. And Texas Tech is number 4, which Adante Balfour plays for. So, the first round games. Let's do some pick'ems. Byron, join in with us. Everybody join in with us. Here we go. Number 5, Oregon. The Ducks host us. Number 12, James Madison, the Dukes. Group of 5 school or group of 6 school is who they say now. Let me put Dave, and Byron. Okay, Dave, who do you want?
Ducks.
Oregon. I think Byron wants Oregon.
What does David want?
Oregon. I'd like to see James Madison win, but they ain't going to do it. Number 6, Ole Miss hosts number 11, Tulane. This is the way they're seated in the 12-team playoff. So Tulane has to go to Oxford to Ole Miss.
We'll go with Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Okay. I like Ole Miss.
You know, they're all just a guess for me.
Yeah, well, I like Ole Miss too. I think Byron may like Ole Miss. Well, let's see what he says here. Well, if I can get back to that, okay. Let's go back. Let's hit the live chat. Come on, live chat. Live chat. There it is. All right, maybe we'll get some comments come up. All right. Number 7, Texas A&M hosts number 10, Miami.
I'm going to go with Miami.
You're going to go Miami. Okay. That's a good pick. I'm going to go with Texas A&M just because they're at home. I think it's a close one, though. And then we'll see what Byron says here. Melissa says, hey, give me the red, white, and blue. Okay. All right. Number 8, Oklahoma hosts number 9, Alabama. Alabama has to go to Oklahoma. But before you choose, Oklahoma had beat them already 3 games ago in Alabama, 23-21.
Alabama.
You like Bama?
Is going to
revenge game?
Revenge game.
Okay, you like Bama. Okay. Whew, I really want to pull the trigger with you on that, but I'm going to go Oklahoma on this one. Let's see. Byron hadn't got in with his picks yet. But that is your games for this week. Now, you know you got your buys. So, in the quarterfinals on New Year's Eve and on January 1st, you're going to, in the Rose Bowl in California, you're going to have number 1 Indiana versus the James Madison and Oregon winner. We don't know who that is. We'll pick that next week.
Okay.
Sugar Bowl, which is in New Orleans, will have number 3 Georgia versus the Tulane Ole Miss winner. Okay. That's in New Orleans. In the Fiesta Bowl, which is in Arizona, that's going to be number 2 Ohio State, the Buckeyes, versus the Miami Texas A&M winner. That will be a hell of a ball game.
Yeah.
Whoever wins that.
I'm Ohio all the way.
Okay. And then the Orange Bowl in Miami will be Texas Tech Red Raiders versus the Alabama Oklahoma winners. I tell you, there's some good games right there.
Yes.
There's some good games right now. I don't know how good Oregon and James Madison's going to be. I hope it's pretty good. I don't know how good Ole Miss and Tulane
Well, you got to be good to get where you're at there. So.
Well, yeah. Let me tell you why this happened. Just real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody asked me to explain. That's because the ACC sucked. My conference, where Florida State's in, Clemson's in, we had weak teams. Georgia Tech lost at inopportune times. Virginia was our savior this year. Guess what? They got beat by an 8-5 team for the ACC championship by Duke. That puts you out. Now that puts you slap out. So they had to put the next highest ranked group of 5 team or 6 team in there now, which was James Madison. I mean, but these teams are 11-1, 12-1. I mean, they play for good football. They just don't play the big boys all the time. And that's what's going to get some of these. I'm telling you.
At any given time, you know.
Yes, you're right. Any given Friday or Saturday, right? Right, Dave?
It could play out anyway.
It can play out. It sure can.
Like our game with Coco.
Like our game with Coco. Yeah, jeez.
We should have won that game.
We sure should have. Anyway, before I finish that up, I want to go back to tornado football just real quick. By the way, if y'all haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, Chuck Kramer will be retiring.
Yep.
He sold the station. We talked a little bit yesterday. I stopped by after the meeting when we was at the meeting together. It is official. It's going to happen. He'll probably be around till probably the 2nd or 3rd week of January. It may go into February. And then the new owner, his name is David. I don't know much about him. I haven't met him yet. But we will be having that meeting, me and Byron and others to see what his forecast is for the radio station, what the forecast looks for tornado football. I've been asked many a times. I was asked at the car show this past weekend during the Christmas parade, or the Christmas on Call Street, man, is tornado football going to still be around? I can assure you, yes, it's going to be around. Now, can I assure you it's going to be on the radio? No, I can't. I don't know until I talk with him. But I know one thing that we're going to work on, and Dave's going to help us out. We're going to get some smartness of the minds here. And if me and Byron have to put that on a stream somewhere, or computer, like a website, or something like that, we're going to do that. And we are going to call tornado football games. So don't be discouraged. Tornado football will be coming at you, whether it's through the radio station or through us. We love doing it. We love bringing it. We love hanging out. We call ourselves the Game Day Crew now. You know that. We're the Game Day Crew. Qualls is probably going to join in with us, on the away games. Hopefully some of them anyway. And we're going to ride down and we're going to call tornado football games. And that's what we're going to do. So I hope it's on the radio day, but it may not be. So, we'll just have to see what's going on. Yeah, I was thinking same Dave, revenge game. So she likes Bama too. Melissa does. Good evening, Shirley. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. She said it was a great show. I guess a lot of information passed out and stuff. So it was a great show. But anyway, I want to thank our sponsors for tornado football this season and seasons past. DLP Bank, Murray Automotive Group, Norton Telecom, A+ Alarms, Bayway Cleaning Services, Dick's Wings and Grill, Roberts Insurance, BK Law, Bernheim Kelly, Miracle Towing and Recovery, Jones Gallagher Funeral Home, The Downtown Grill, R&B Fencing, Durance Pump and Well Drilling, Tony's Italian Restaurant, Ferreira Funeral Services and Archie Tanner Memorial Chapel, the Chiropractor Injury Clinic headed up by Dr. Matthew Lowry, and Madison Street Pharmacy. Thank you so very much for all that you have done for tornado football. One last thing with doing with football, and I'm going to put it to bed after that. This is the new Class 2A format of what's going to happen. They got rid of Class 7A, Dave. They moved all those teams into 6A and 5A, so there is no 7A anymore. The highest class in the state of Florida now 6A. And we are in Region 2. Region 2 consists of Bradford, Keystone Heights, Newberry, Trinity Catholic out of Ocala, Cocoa Beach, Discovery and Lake Alfred, First Academy, Trinity Prep, Umatilla, Berkeley Prep, Brooks de Bartolo, Calvary Christian, Clearwater Central Catholic, Tampa Catholic. That is all the teams in Region 2. So no matter what we do, we can't escape Cocoa. They got to be right there. We're going to have to go through them. They're going to have to go through us, somewhere down the pike.
In order to be a man, you got to beat the man.
Man, you've heard that saying before, haven't you?
I
Yes,
have.
sir, man. And I thought it was going to happen this year, but it did not. So, look, it's okay. It's okay.
We'll be there next year.
Absolutely. We're going to be in the thick of this all the time.
Coco thinks that
They have our number.
got it good playing us. But they better think about this past game.
Oh, yeah, it could have easily went the other way.
Yes,
it could have
it
easily.
could've.
And I'm glad you said that, because it could have easily went the other way. And it probably really, like you said, should have went the other way. So that's enough of football. David, thank you. I do want to say one other thank you for the times that you were able to come and stream the games for us. I really appreciate that. I want to thank Michael Qualls for everything that he does at the stadium. I want to thank my color commentator, Byron Bagwell, and myself, and Chuck Kramer, and Big Kevin Howe, and everybody that helped produce tornado football through the radio. Thank you. Some of those broadcasts were absolutely phenomenal. Some of those live broadcasts were pulling in 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people. And that's why our viewership, Dave, has increased, because I do believe it's because of those numbers from those games. And we're going to continue to do that as long as we can. And as long as our health will allow us.
Yeah, they know we're there.
They know we're there. And as long as our health allows us, we're going to do that. Boys basketball has already started. Girls basketball has already started. Weightlifting is on its way, David. So we're into what we call the winter sports now. And we'll go over some of that next week as these sports start getting into full effect. And then, Dave, after that, it's going to come softball, baseball, track. You name it, and then school's going to be out. And guess what? Here in the next little while after that, we'll be talking tornado football again. It's crazy how the time flies. Me and you have talked about after you hit 25, how time flies, and it does. It really does. So, Alan May, thank you for joining us as well. We really appreciate that. Are you guys thinking about streaming on YouTube like Swanee River Sports? Alan, if the radio station does not pick up tornado football, which I don't think so, just between me, you, and this broadcast, and if he's watching, the new owner, David, you can take this what it's worth. I think he'd be cutting his nose off to spite his face. I think that he needs to keep tornado football where it's at in some sort of form or fashion. So I do believe it'll continue on the radio. And we're definitely going to be streaming. We're going to look at a couple of options. I know that Swanee does do the YouTube channel. We may go Spotify. I don't know. I'm going to talk to Dave and several others that's got some knowledge into this, but we may go into another streaming format. We've got StreamYard that we can use out there. Dave's been digging into that. Mitchell uses that on the Spot Motorsports Media. So absolutely, but we're going to look at some other streaming ways, and we're going to put something together, and we'll come up with it. But yeah, that's exactly right, Cliff. And I was just getting ready to say that before you said it. What I read off to you in Class 2A and all that, it's not official as of yet. So this is presumed. This is what was proposed. Let's see, because I do believe me and Cliff has talked about Keystone may opt out. There's probably going to be some other schools that opt out. Who knows? We may drop to the rural class. Who the heck knows? You know what I mean? That's the proposal that's on the table right now with the FHSA. So, and the refs and the FHSA, yeah, we talked about that, Byron. Absolutely. River Country Sports, yes. I know the guys, I used to know Mr. Day that used to do the radio broadcast. I'm not sure who the streaming guys are for them, Alan. But I know I've heard a little bit. They do a pretty good job. So, again, we're going to look at some other streaming formats and things like that. Well, David, I believe I've talked my ear off now. It's about 5 minutes till 9 Eastern time. I really miss Byron tonight. He told me to mention this, Dave. You got to mention it real quick. You even mentioned it the other day. How about those Jaguars?
Yeah.
My gosh, man, they looked good last week, man, against the Jets. Man, they couldn't do a dadgum thing wrong, man. They ran the ball. They passed the ball. They played good defense. They keep playing like that, there is not going to be too many teams that beat them.
What's their record?
Their record is 10-4.
10-4.
10-4 with 3 games left. They go to Denver. Me and Byron talked about this. That'll be a test. Denver and them is the top 2 in the AFC right now with New England, even though they lost to the Buffalo Bills this past weekend. Those teams are all right there. And if Jacksonville can go over there and beat Denver in Mile High Stadium, all I got to do is say is watch out.
Watch out.
I don't care. I don't care if that game is 21-17. Pull a win out of there.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence did something that no other quarterback has done. Byron brought this attention to me. I'm surprised I didn't catch it either. He's the only quarterback in NFL history to throw for 330 yards. Not even 400, 330 yards and 5 touchdowns in one game.
Wow.
Only quarterback in NFL history ever to do that.
Wow.
So the Jacksonville Jaguars are clicking on all cylinders. Let's see how they do Sunday.
Yes.
And that would be another one. I know your Cincinnati Bengals are down a little bit this year.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Just a little bit.
It was just a little bit. Their quarterback was hurt. Now he's trying to come back into the groove, and they just got too many games behind to be able to do anything. But I'm sure they'll be back. So, did want to mention that. Again, don't forget there's a lot of college football to be played this weekend. The NFL will be playing as well. I wish they wouldn't play on Saturday, but they are going to play on Saturday. This is the weekend where they start the Saturday games, Dave, for the NFL. So they'll be Saturday and Sunday and Monday, you know, how they normally are. So this is the week 2 of fantasy football playoffs. This past week started, and I'm kicking myself right in the tail, Dave. You know why? Because I should have won my fantasy football game. I forgot to take my receiver out. T. Higgins for the Cincinnati Bengals was hurt. I fell asleep, didn't make the change, and lost to Jason Smith by 3 points, even though I had a person out. But I left 60 points on the bench. If I'd have played any one of those guys, I'd have won. Too bad. Fell asleep. Didn't make the change. Right?
Right.
Excuse me. So, Dave, any final words?
My son is in Miami.
Oh, yes.
Working.
Yes.
The weather is somewhat nice down there. And he just let me know he was watching.
Thank you, Dave Holland Jr. Thank you so very much for tuning in. How about the Jags and Sunshine? Yep, saying hi from Miami. It just come across. But hey, man, I'm glad you're enjoying down there. What he says, even a blind squirrel can find a nut. Stanley, oh, now and then. Stanley, come on, man. Who's your team, Stanley? I got to know that, man. Find a nut.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That was
It's
Stanley.
probably not Ohio State.
No. Well, I'm pro football team. I don't know if he's a Cowboys
Bengals.
fan, or I know you're really a Bengals fan. I know that, but I wonder what he is.
Yeah.
I'd like to know. That's pretty good. So he may be a Cowboys fan or something. I know Barnes likes the Cowboys too. So does Mitchell.
Yep. Well,
Yeah. So
they got to have people.
they got to root
out
for
there
somebody.
yeah.
Got to root for somebody. So, all right, Dave, it's been a great show, man. We got a lot of information out there, a lot of things that are coming up in the community,
Yeah.
a lot of things that we needed to close out on an official notice there.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if you want to, all these events are now past because Jingle Mingle will come up. If you want to throw that away for me, I don't need to keep any of that because I'll just keep repeating it. Great show. In case we're not here next week, as Dave said, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas
Yes.
and a Happy New Year. The plan is, ladies and gentlemen, to run a show next Tuesday night, if we can. If not, we'll put a post out there, a postponement about it. And again, please be safe going to work. You still got the rest of this week. You got part of next week. Be safe going shopping. Listen, don't get in an altercation. I want to talk about Christmas safety real quick, Dave. And I probably should have talked about that earlier. Look, at the end of the day, don't fight give it to them, man. It's not worth losing your life, getting hospitalized, you hurting someone, or any of that for a stupid TV, for a computer, or whatever. I assure you there's other sales, there's other things. Please, 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 don't fight with anybody out there. There's idiots out there. What is it? Stupid is as stupid does. Forrest Gump's mom, actually Forrest Gump said that through his mom. Man, just give it the item. Man, I heard so many bad things about Black Friday. That's why I don't go out anymore, Dave. I used to like the festivity of it.
Yeah.
Now it's a hustle and bustle. Now everybody wants to shove you, elbow you, hit you in the back of the head, swipe something from you. And to be honest with you, dude, it ain't even worth it. It ain't, man. Not for no kind of item. Please use your safety out there, and don't let nobody hurt you over something that you can get later on. Really, to be honest with you. On behalf, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, close it.
I guess I just want to say real quick, there's been a lot of killing in the world, and I just want to pray for all those folks, those 15 that got killed
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah.
The several that got killed here in America.
Yeah. And it seems like it's one or two every other day, Dave. I keep reading and keep reading and keep reading, and it's just a sad.
Every time
sad
I turn the news on,
it's something, man.
yeah.
So, Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Overpaid crybabies. I get it, Stanley. I get it. Merry Christmas to everybody that was watching today. Again, we're going to try to come on next week. We'll have some other things that we're going to be talking about. Maybe we'll talk about the Christmas holidays and the upcoming things for sure that's going to be happening around here, and some other Christmas stuff. But again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and your family. You guys have a blessed one. If you need anything, you can reach out to us. Dave just had it up there on the spot 32091@gmail.com. There it is right there in the corner on the spot 32091@gmail.com. You can private message me. You can private message Dave. You can private message Byron if you need to. You can hit us on our Facebook page. We check all those messages as well. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for another great year of On the Spot with David Rodgers. It's been wonderful, Dave. We've had a lot of wonderful broadcasts, and we look forward to doing this again in 2026. And again, this is hopefully not the last show of this year, but if it is, looking forward to going into 2026. And Dave, I believe me and you talked about maybe besides this wrestling thing that we have something else bigger and better coming, right? A possible maybe game show?
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe.
We've been talking about that.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, boy. I'm excited, man. I could probably rattle it off right now. But I'm not. Because we're going to keep that to the vest there as well.
Yeah.
On behalf of the Mr. Austin Stevens, make sure you get your weather report from Austin's Weather Service. My buddy, 200 pounds. No, he's not 196 now. 196 pounds of screaming steel and sex appeal, the Byron Bagwell, the king of sting, the master of all disaster, the dancing destroyer, Mr. Dave Holland, who said, what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, there's always barber school. And I'm your host and creator, David Rodgers. God bless you guys. Y'all have a great night, great week, great weekend, and we'll see you next week. God bless you guys.